So YouTube premium subscribers can cash in on a couple temporary perks. The first is a free trial of 3 months of Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Okay.
Now, this one will actually need to be redeemed by May 21st if you want to actually try it out. And then the second is another free trial, this one being for 90 days of Walmart Plus. And that will need to be activated by June 15th. And the one thing that I will take note of, which for most current Walmart Plus subscribers, this is already common knowledge, but the Walmart Plus also includes Paramount Plus subscription. Now, however, that is only the essential plan, which includes some ads and doesn't offer any local channels. But that's pretty cool if you're a premium subscriber for YouTube.
Do you think we'll ever get to the point of like infinite subscriptions where like one supports the other and it's just like you get everything?
I know. It's like all the big companies pay for each other.
I know, pretty much. Here's yours. Here's yours.
And the consumers benefit from it all.
I know.
So.
No, that's pretty good. I'm glad to see that happening.
Yeah. Now, to access these perks, all you need to do is go into the YouTube app, or you can also do this via the browser. Tap on your profile on top right, and then just select your premium benefits, and you should see the option for both of those deals in that page.
That's good. All right. Next we got here is that it's been announced that the OnePlus Nord Buds 2 are being released. The sound quality is being upgraded even more with these specific buds. The reason for that is that there is now a 12.4 millimeter titanium dynamic driver, multiple of them, in the buds. OnePlus says that they will allow for more bass and a crisper treble. Android Authority speculates that these buds will most likely be priced at most $50, as opposed to the original ones, which were priced at $40. Which, by the way, the originals were very well praised for a lot of reasons, one of them being the quality was great against the price ratioed against higher costing earbuds. With all that said, I did want to hear your thoughts, your take on this whole idea, not just OnePlus, but like buds in general that are priced $50 or below that hone in on high sound quality. Because I know there are a lot of headphones and a lot of earbuds that are high end and focus also on sound, but more as like features like ANC, touch controls, just a whole bunch of sort of stuff. So I just want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, because I mean, I think to focus in on that quality, something has to give, and I'm guessing a lot of it comes down to the hardware. Mm-hmm. And when I say hardware, I mean the exterior materials and stuff like that. So I guess it really depends on what you're doing. If you'd want to buy something like that, the fact that they exist is awesome because that means you can get really decent quality audio at a lower price. And yeah, I'm definitely in favor of that. I'm a little bit on the fence if I would actually buy those from OnePlus. Mm-hmm. If it was maybe from Samsung or Google, maybe. I'm not really sure. I think I might be a little bit more, leaning towards them. Not to say I wouldn't try it out just for the sake of, giving you guys out there a sense of what it feels like and the audio and stuff like that. But I think that's really cool. I know it kind of reminds me of the idea of the Nothing Buds.
Yes.
Just kind of like the transparent look. Yes. They're just really low cost, but yet they still try to,
Yeah, which, by the way, the second version of those I think they've already been released, the Nothing Buds 2. So,
yes, those also they just recently came out as well.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, these are being released on the 4th, the OnePlus Nord Buds 2. So you can go ahead and I think you can pre-order those. Yes, April 4th. So.
April, of course. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Well, actually, on that note, we're going to transition over to Huawei. Now, I don't believe any of this is actually coming to the States, at least nothing of the rumors or anything from Huawei themselves.
Okay.
But they recently unveiled the Freebuds 5. And then they also have Freebuds Pro 2 Plus. And the reason why I bring up the Freebuds Pro 2 Plus is because of the sensors. Evidently, they actually, with minimal weight addition, give you access to heart rate monitor and as well as body temperature sensors built into headphones. It's really kind of strange.
That is weird.
Didn't exactly. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see these when they come out and just the usability of them. The other thing was the actual Freebuds 5, and I just bring them up because they have a really interesting look and design to them, and I just thought it was like, I don't know what your take is on how they look. It's kind of cool because when you see, if you guys click on the link in the description, if you see them in the ears, it's like they're enveloped by the ear. It's pretty interesting.
First immediate thought is one of two things: a shower head or a massage vibrator.
Exactly. Yeah. See, it's really weird, but it's like, it doesn't look.
It's like something you'd see in Star Trek. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I think the design is actually pretty cool, almost futuristic. Like, I know I'm a broken record when it comes to saying that kind of stuff because, like, a lot of stuff now is futuristic looking, but this is just, man, I like it, honestly.
I do too. It just has a weird. It has like the top of the AirPods and then the bottom of, yeah, like a shower handle or something. I don't know. It's really strange.
Yeah, it's like someone took the base of a Galaxy Buds on the bottom and then took the AirPods on the top and then combined them.
They do, yes. I see. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, they do kind of have that Samsung vibe design to it. Yeah,
it's really cool. Next we have is in regards to Fitbit. This is an end of an era. They are closing down challenges and adventures in open group socials.
Oh man,
I know it's JD and I really don't even use Fitbit. I think JD's actually used one before. I'm pretty sure. Have you? Okay.
I've used it. Actually, I've used a couple.
Okay. I've never used one, so I don't have an experience in it, so I really don't know a whole lot about this. What I do know is people are giving a lot of backlash towards Fitbit for this because it's something they've used in their day-to-day life. Yes, there have been a lot of angry comments directed towards Fitbit on just this day, actually, we're recording. And I think it's mainly because it's just something that they use for routines, you know, sharing their exercises with people and doing exercises and stuff like that. They announced it back in February 2nd, I believe, and they said on March 27th, which, as I said, that's the day that we're recording, they'd be ending it. And so I don't know what your thoughts are on it necessarily. I know your first statement pretty much says it all. It's not exactly anything that pertains to us necessarily, but...
I mean, yeah, not really. I guess I know there's a lot of people in the Fitbit community that would obviously don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember actually using any of that stuff. You said it was the Adventure Challenge?
Challenges and adventures in open group socials.
Challenges and adventures. Is that, I'm guessing, it's been a while since I used a Fitbit. Is that similar to like the rings on an Apple Watch, or what is that?
Probably something like that, but it's public stuff. And I think you can still use, by the way, you can still use the private version with like close friends, but like you can't do it with people outside of your, you know. Yeah.
Which, yeah, and I can, in the other side of that is I can see why that would be detrimental to how they view it, because it just kind of allows them to kind of see where the top quote unquote stars are and kind of competing against them. Mm-hmm. And kind of following off with that, I did notice that Google adjusted what you can use with the Fitbit activities and stuff like that, because they now allow fitness data that goes beyond just, you know, a weekly. I think it goes up to 90 days, and it's no longer behind a paywall.
Yeah.
So I can, there's some good compensation there, but I do see where, you know, that can be annoying for other consumers that are on the Fitbit ecosystem.
Yeah.
So, but we will go ahead and jump right into deals. And currently, Best Buy has some deals going for quite a range of MacBooks, all of which house the M series chipset. Whether that be the M1, the M2, Base, Pro, and Max. And these also include screen sizes that range from the 13.3 inch all the way up to the 16 inch models. with varying RAM and storage configurations.
Cool.
So I won't get into all the specifics of every single model, but the savings start from $50 and go all the way up to $70. And as usual, that link will be either in the description below or also in a linked Google document. So
next thing we got is the Anker 621. This is the magnetic MagSafe battery pack. It's on sale for $40, down from $60, and you can get that on Amazon.
That's cool. Yeah. Is that you said that was a MagSafe charger?
Mm-hmm. Magnetic, yeah.
So it's like a portable one. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if this one is more of an indication that the PS5 Pro is actually on the horizon, but currently you can get the God of War Ragnarok bundle at a $50 discount. From what I have seen, this is available directly through Sony, but with no surprise, there are also other retailers like Best Buy, Target, GameStop, and more that you will see this deal at. Currently on Sony's website, they note that the deal will be available until April 16th. So
that's our dad's birthday, I think.
I know. You want to get him the PS5?
Ragnarok, yeah. Imagine him playing God of War. Oh my goodness.
I don't think
he would never do that.
He has enough games on the iPhone, so
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of Apple, we actually have some deals from Walmart. I don't think we've actually had deals from Walmart on this show before, but it's in regards to the...
We have, but there's not that many.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Yeah, so the Apple Watch 8 that was released last year is already having quite a few discounts. So for the 41 millimeter, it's $70 off. So instead of $399, you're now getting that for $329. The Apple Watch 8 with GPS is now $359 instead of $429. And finally, the 45 millimeter Watch 8 cellular is $459 instead of $529. And that's actually the one that I bought my wife for Christmas. So if I had waited a few months, I probably would have saved $70.
You got her the cellular?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
She wanted it.
Did she use the cellular?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, because I know they add like certain certain carriers give you like they have that like fee of adding on a wearable cellular. I think it's like $10, $15.
It's 10 for
like
Verizon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Next thing on our list today has to do with 16.4, and there's a lot of stuff packed into this update, so we'll just go through the main highlights here. First thing is some new emojis. I think there was 12 new additional ones that you can now use. Next thing is with regards to the music app, and that mainly has to do with just some animations, so some slight differences here and there just to make that app a little more immersive.
Yep.
In the Wallet app, you can now actually track your packages, so that's a pretty cool feature right there.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, there's a new thing called dim flashing lights. So this is basically for people who have epilepsy. Basically what happens, there's an AI technology that Apple has implemented that allows the app, like YouTube, to sense the threshold of flashing images / brightness that could be harmful to people who have that issue of epilepsy. There are now new Siri voices. So we got Arabic and Hebrew, both in female and male voices. There's a new option for AOD, always on display, in iPhone 14, where you can now merge duplicate photos, but not just on your own device. You can also use, if you've got like Apple One and you have a family shared folder, you can now merge those identical images together. So it saves some space on your cloud. Cool. There's a new feature in Photos where you can identify landmarks, flowers, animals, and more. It's called Visual Lookup.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, actually, I think that's actually my favorite thing is because, I mean, I've always, had an image that I'd taken. I was like, I wonder where that was. Although it does show you the location anyway, but it's still pretty cool to see that. Yeah. There's new updates that show coverage for all of your devices in a whole row. So if you have a whole bunch of Apple devices, you want to see the coverage. If that's a warranty or Apple Care, it will give you that whole list so that you're not scrambling, like wondering, when is this warranty up? So there's that right there.
That's convenient.
Yeah, I know, right? A couple more things here. Some new move goals. So the original limit in the fitness app was 3,000, and now it's up to 4,000. I think that's in increments of 250 or 500. Last thing here is crash detection, which has been optimized once again. We've talked about this at length for the last few months. In fact, I think we've actually talked about it since the 14 came out. there have been
Yes, it's been a topic of interest, and not always in the positive manner.
Well, there's still complaints coming out. I mean, people are still saying it's happening where it shouldn't be. So once again, Apple has fixed it again,
Trying
and
to optimize
hopefully
even more.
Yeah, and hopefully those issues will be less noticeable and won't happen as much. Yeah, that's the update. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I'll make sure to download it and make sure you guys update it too, so that we can utilize all these features mentioned. Again, there's a lot that I didn't mention, so you guys can go in the link in the description and check those out.
Yeah, two of the things that I'm kind of looking forward to, well, at least one that I'm hoping for, is better battery life. That has been a constant thing that I've been looking forward to with each update from iOS 16. So we'll have to see how that runs. I already installed it earlier today. And then the other thing that I was actually interested in seeing, which I don't think you notated, which is fine, is the voice isolation.
Oh, yes.
They used to have it for FaceTime, and now they've actually expanded it to regular voice calls or phone calls. So to real quick, if you want to actually look into that, when you're on a phone call, just swipe down from the control center, and you can actually tap and hold the mic bar on the top right. And when you tap and hold that, it opens up, and then you can access that setting in there. So I was really excited about that one, because the idea of being more clear to somebody else is just, I like that idea. So
yeah, I've had calls where I'm in a lot of, noisy environments, and I've always had that issue of like, man, I really wish I could get rid of that so people can hear me clear. But yeah, this basically gets rid of that issue. So
yeah, and actually right on the heels of 16.4, this rolls right into the next thing we have, and that is based off of Ming-Chi Kuo. And evidently in the code of 16.4, there is some testing going on that references certain types of AirPods Pro 2. So it looks as though Apple will mass produce a variation of said product that sports the USB-C charging interface, which is expected to ship in this fall, and no doubt probably to be showcased for the holiday season. I don't know about you, but that is something that I would welcome. And just yet another hint that we will see this year's iPhone house the USB-C port, as I know that some of us are kind of still doubtful about that. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty much flat out confident it's going to happen this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the only thing I have an issue with the USB-C is that MFI. I mean, we've had our discussion about it before, the controversy regarding it. I mean, you could say it's good with Apple that they're doing it because, keeps all their economy and their ecosystem going well. But on the other side of that, it's like, come on, there's so many USB-C things we already have that we bought from other devices. But, I mean, that's about the only thing I have an issue with in them implementing that.
Yeah, I did see some rumors online. I really didn't reference them on this show just because I'm kind of waiting for more validation. But I'll just notate it here that it did sound like the EU was trying to kind of crack down on Apple's control of that stuff. Just so that way you can offer more speeds just to the general instead of having to limit them. But like I said, I'm waiting for validation on that to see how that'll turn out. But with that, it's also worth noting that there are no apparent plans for Apple to retro design any other current or previous generations with the USB-C interface as far as the AirPods. This would only be for the Pros too.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I welcome the USB-C for sure in the AirPods Pro 2. So the next we have is the next series of the Samsung tablets, which are being released this year. What is known as the Tab S9, the lineup will pretty much be the same as last year. So basically, you'll have the Tab S9, the S Plus, S9 Plus, and the S9 Ultra. We do have some reports regarding these lineups. First, it's possible that the Ultra could use a display notch again, while the Tab S9 and the S9 Plus will go with just the basic punch hole. There's also a report from Sam Mobile claiming that the S9 series would have an IP67 rating, which would mark Samsung's first tablet that actually has water resistance. Another rumor from Revness states that, and I think we've actually talked about this a few weeks ago, the Snapdragon 8th Gen 2 for Galaxy will be implemented into the Ultra. This will basically have an additional primary clock speed of 0.16 gigahertz and additional GPU clock speed of 39 megahertz. And as Android Authority points out, that basically this is like Qualcomm's Plus chip of the second gen.
Yeah.
With regards to the battery, it's said to be 10,888 milliamps, which is a little bit smaller than the Tab S8, and I think that was at 11,220. And as for the price, it's rumored that the Ultra will start at $1,099, and the Plus will be $899, and the base will be $699. So there's not a whole lot else that's been rumored or talked about. Most likely this will be released sometime fall, late summer, so August. That's when the S6 and 7 released. The 6 was released July, and I think the 7 was released in August. So, but yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but that's what's coming this year.
No, not really. I mean, I definitely like the Tab S from Samsung. I guess for right now, I mean, these look like minor iterations and changes from year over year. Mm-hmm. I felt like the 4 Galaxy chipsets were primarily to catapult the videography and photography in the S series of the phones.
Yes.
So to see this come to the Tab, it's not really surprising, but I mean, it'd be interesting to see how, people can benefit from it. So
sure.
And as far as the price, it doesn't look like, as far as at least the Ultra, it doesn't look like there's any jump to it, because I think the existing one starts at $1099 as well.
That's what Authority is speculating. So I mean, yeah. It might, honestly, it probably is a little bit more considering the Gen 2 is in here now. So it could be 1,100 or, excuse me, 1,200 or something like that. So
yeah. So I think right now, as far as tablets go, I think I'm not even talking about Apple. I'm actually just really interested to see how that Pixel Tab goes.
Yeah.
And actually, I think we still have yet to hear any news on the OnePlus Tab. Now that I think about it, I've been trying to keep track of that.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything
yet, so.
Nope.
Yeah, so we don't know what the price is on that. So, well, moving on to the last thing, Riley, what would you say is a reasonable return policy?
30 days.
Okay. Well, the reason why I ask is because currently OnePlus is willing to back their latest flagship smartphone with a 100-day return policy, basically implying that 100 days with it is sure to be enough time for you to forget that you'll ever want to return it. So, and
yeah,
I mean,
I saw that.
It's an interesting marketing strategy, and I mean, I'm sure there will be some people that out there that will jump right on it and test ride the OnePlus 11 for a little over 3 months. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think on one hand it's almost comical. On the other, I think when you have that extension, people see it and they're like, oh, yeah, I'll test it out. So it might be sort of maybe an action that OnePlus is pulling to try and get more users and more customers. But again, yeah, it's a long time for a return policy. So,
and actually, one thing that I thought of was interesting is that in my mind, it's almost like a subscription. You subscribe to something and then you forget, oh, shoot, I got to cancel it.
Yeah.
3 months goes by, you could easily forget that you're supposed to return that phone.
That is true.
I mean, maybe some people would be like, well, I spent a lot of money on this. I'm not going to forget to return it if I don't want it. But it's just kind of interesting because that is a long way to go.
Well, I mean, at the same time, you could also look at it and say, like, I've got 3 months to basically pay off this phone before I send it back.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it. Yeah.
So, yep. I mean.
Yeah. Now, the important thing to note for those of you who have already bought the 11, this extended period of use is only available for those who purchased the product on or after March 20th and will be active for all purchases made up until April 30th.
Okay.
After that date, it will just resume its standard 15-day return policy. So.
Okay.
Pretty much expected. I mean, this couldn't last forever.
I didn't think they were going to be perfectly honest with you.
Yep. Now there is one quick bonus topic that came up as we were recording this. For those of you who have been waiting and excited about Apple Music Classical, that has just released and actually just downloaded automatically on my phone because I actually opted in for the automatic download.
Oh,
so
good for you.
For the guys who are interested, definitely look into that. I know classical music isn't for everyone, But hey, it's there and it's available for you guys. Check it out and let us know what you guys think in the comments below. So with that said, we will go ahead and close out this week's episode. We are so thankful you guys checked in with us once again, and we hope you enjoyed all the topics we covered this week. And if you do have any comments or questions, once again, just throw it down below, and we'll be back next week for more tech news and rumors. This is JD and Riley signing off.
Peace out.